So you guys offer a different perspective was what it was like to actually play for your hometown team. And I know, Brick, you were well into your NHL career when you joined the Bruins. So when you finally joined the hometown team, what was that like?
Yeah, well, that's a critical piece, Adam. You know, I'm amazed, really, when you think about the guys that play their amateur athletics here in Boston. Say you go to BC or you go to BU. Charlie McAvoy comes from BU campus right into the Boston Garden, and he has to perform at a high level. For a young player, 18, 19, 20 years old, to be able to handle that, just that whole, everything that comes with it, whether you want to call it pressure or expectation or people wanting a piece of your time, all the stuff that goes into dealing with playing in your hometown, to do it at a young age when you really haven't reached that maturity level that's required to be able to handle it. I came to Boston when I was 28. I had 8 years of NHL experience under my belt. I was well prepared. I was in the sweet spot of my career, and I was coming to an established, very good team, and it was going to be a good fit for me because I'd be a good role player in and amongst that group. So it was ideal.
You know, and then obviously getting to the big leagues is every kid's dream to get drafted and make it to the big leagues. And, you know, going through the system, you know, AA, getting hurt, and you finally get that call that you're going to the big leagues. It was definitely awesome and definitely exciting for me, and, you know, it was awesome.
First batter he faces in the big leagues. He strikes out.
Scoreless appearance. That's what I wanted to get to, right?
That was your first. That was your first. It was against. Yeah, I got you know, my first. Actually, when I got drafted, you know, like I said, it was good. Get called up. I got to fly into Tampa. I fly through Delta Airlines. They happen to lose my bags. So I fly into Tampa. I don't have any of my baseball stuff. So it's my big league debut. I'm using Mike Timlin's glove, Marabelli's like turf shoes. I'm in this game, and I'm in the bullpen sitting there worried that my stuff is not here and I'm uncomfortable, and it's my big league debut. So finally, it's like the 5th inning, my stuff gets in. I run inside, change into my stuff. And like you said, finally, I end up throwing the 8th inning, I believe, and I throw 1, 2, 3 scoreless. So it was a little scared, but it was pretty good.
I mean, I was in Washington actually getting ready to sign with they were the Bullets then, and I had dinner with Chris Webber, and my agent was just like, "Oh, I'm just going to call ML just to let him know we're going to sign with Washington and see what he says." And ML said, "Wait, I'm going to call you back in an hour," and he ended up making an offer totally out of the blue. So I was kind of ecstatic that I was going home. I got to go home, and I remember Red Auerbach walking in the gym in the first practice, and to see him walking across smoking a cigar was kind of a surreal feeling. So I think that's the biggest thing I remember about coming to Boston, and that was pretty special. Pretty
special for you too, right? Because you joined the Patriots,
right.
and again, we talked about the fact that you were an undrafted guy. And you were able to sign with the Patriots, play for your hometown team, and obviously win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, what made it unique for me is I actually started with the Jets. So, you know, my rookie year, my first 2 years was with the Jets, but Parcells was the head coach. So I knew Parcells, well, I knew of him from obviously being a Pats fan, and remember when they went to the Super Bowl in '96, and all the thing that always stood out to me was, you know, you want me to cook for the food, you can at least let me shop for the groceries. Right, exactly. And, you know, Belichick was on the staff. So when I got to New England, my biggest thing was every day that I played in the NFL until the last day I played was basically me fighting to stay on the field or keep a job. So for me, I just was like, if I get an opportunity, I want to make sure I shine, because I know that my boys will be like, man, you suck. You know what I mean?
So was that the toughest part about playing in Boston for you?
Well,
the pressure of the fact that you are playing in your hometown?
For me, the toughest part was really keeping a job. I just loved that I was playing for New England, you know, and being like, wow, I remember watching this team, and now I'm actually playing for this team. So it was amazing to me. But the toughest part was just knowing how Belichick was. And it's like, I better do my job, because if not, I'm an undrafted guy. Boom, you'll ship me right out of here.
One fumble, right?
Yeah, that's it. And so that was the most pressure that I had here. I'm a young guy. I didn't really care about the fact that, you know, I'm in Boston playing. I didn't have that pressure. It was like, I want to make sure I just can do well, keep a job. But it was exciting to ultimately play for New England.